Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you guys tonight. And to those that are just joining and new to the channel, welcome. My name is KT Pita, and thank you for being here tonight. So, I just wanted to say the past couple days have been very interesting for me. And it's funny how things happen with people. Sometimes you know them, sometimes you think you know them. And so what happens is that you start to gain a rapport, and things are good until they're not. But here's what happened. So lately, people decided that they're going to assume or say they know that I am somebody else. And at first, I was like, okay. So here's the thing. Let's get to it. Let's go. People have been taking the opportunity to say I am Ellie, who was a mod. And long story short, I have not. There have been numerous peoples, whether they think it's funny or they want to stir the pot. And again, at first I was like, what? Where did that come from? So the funny thing of it is there's been numerous channels that have had this woman as a mod and that know her personally and have numerous times come to, you could say, defend me or speak up for me or stand up to whoever's talking this nonsense to end it. And no matter what they say, no matter what they do, it turns out that they're not listening. Maybe because they don't care. Who knows? Who knows? So I had to let it go, right? Didn't say anything. Then I find a couple more pop ups here, a couple more pop ups there. And I decided, well, hell, the next time somebody calls me Ellie, I'll just say, thank you so much. That's the nicest compliment I've had today. Because for the longest time, she was your guys' mods. She was the one welcoming you into chat. She's the one, how you doing and whatnot, and sharing links and, you know, doing what the content creator wants, whatever a mod does, right? All I know is that for me, myself, I will speak for myself. Every time I was in a chat, I was welcomed, I was talked to, acknowledged, and never a problem. That's just me. But some people just decided that they're going to take everything that they want and just stir it up for the hell of it. Way to go, guys. So, one of the people who I got to know from watching all the streams was, to me, seemed like a very nice person. And yeah, I'm not physically there. I'm not boots to the ground. I'm not even in their area. I knew they liked to tease and joke around just by the interactions they had with the other protesters. So, welcome, Cinderella. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. In my opinion, I didn't either. Thank you. How can Cinderella turn into the evil stepmother or queen? That would never happen. So, like I was saying, light joking. I've talked about it before. Light joking, giving each other a hard time in a nice way, but turning it evil for whatever their sick, twisted crap is. So this person, I was like, okay. So what I did was my own advice I give. You got a problem with somebody, go to them directly. And that's exactly what I did. So I had wrote an email directly to that person. And the basic gist of it was explaining myself on how I felt and the facts. And I said to them, I said, why would you do this? I said, especially since you had defended me before and used some verbiage in chat, which I was very thankful and happy to see. Right now, by all means, this does not mean anything bad about Ellie. Okay. because again, she had never done anything wrong to me, nor in the chats that I saw anything happen that was a red flag, right? So I said, again, this was a very big surprise for me. So I said, I just found it funny that, you stood up for me and I was so grateful and appreciated it, right? I thought it was great. But then to turn around and see you in another light where you turned around and not only thought I was Ellie, but you said I was Ellie. So the point I'm trying to make, everybody, and again, if you're just joining in, welcome. Welcome to my channel and my chat. I don't understand how people feel the need to lie or say stuff. Maybe it's to make themselves feel good or look good or to impress others, but it's pretty damn childish. And when you have a good idea of who somebody is, you tend to, say, wow. It kind of hits you a little harder when you have that impression of the person. So it's like, all right, Peter, what are you babbling about? What are you babbling about? Let's get to it. So give me one moment here, please. Okay. Now, for the purposes of this, I did not bother putting the content creators volume on. I muted it because that would have been a distraction. So what I'd like to ask you is if you would please, I have it queued up, and please pay attention to the chat. And hopefully you can see this. So as you can see, the comments are coming through. And again, what's upsetting to me is not per se the accusations. It's the actual person. And over 7 days ago, I emailed this person to say, why would you do that? The last comment I made in the email to this person was, if this is all a joke of some sort, then please let me know that too. Hey, Drifter Shelly, good to see you. Don't worry about it. You can't see? Okay. Thank you for informing me of that. All right, so let me stop sharing right here. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me. Drifter, just hold on a second. I'm going to try to do this again, okay? Let me see here. I think what I did was I made a you might have not been able to see it, but I think I had 2 windows open at the same time. So again, thank you, Cinderella, for giving me that. I appreciate you. It would have been kind of silly if I didn't pay attention to see your chat. So you're the best. All right, let's see here. Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it. Wait, let me back this up here. I try to be prepared like a Girl Scout, but let's see here. Full screen. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you first before I exit the full screen. Can you guys in the chat see when I was at full screen? Were you able to see that or no? Were you guys able to see that? All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up. All right. Now, when I go into full screen, I won't be able to see the chat. So what I want to do is I'm going to put it in full screen. Let me know if you could see it, and then I'll smaller this. I'll lessen the screen to see what your answers are. Okay, so get ready. Here we go. Let me show it. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to show it first to make sure it's there. Okay, so let me exit full screen because, like I said, when I'm on full screen, I can't see the chat. I went to my full screen and it was blurry. Okay, the quality may not be perfect, but you saw it, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let me just do this if I may. I apologize, it's not perfectly clear. But if you see my mouse, okay, Crunchy Grape asked, what is Ellie's new name? And then it says here, I think KT PETA is Ellie, at least according to Gen Wow. Okay. Now, for Gen Wow, she is another person that was modding, and there is a fake account that took Gen Wow's stuff. I guess it's called what they call a sock account. I'm still learning as I'm going. So, and Gen Wow, again, another mod who, anytime I was in any of the streamers' chats, supporting and liking and sharing, as another person has always been kind and nice to me and welcoming when I get in the chat, just like you guys are always so good to me and kind, and never was rude or disrespectful. So just to shed that. So let me exit full screen and play. Oh, I have to go in here. Okay. So the gist of it is, my reason for this is that the person who I thought was, a good person. I'm not saying they're a bad person, but a good person meaning that they weren't gonna do any of this nonsense. It turns out that they're also a mod in this channel that you're watching. And so it was even more disappointing because mods are supposed to, um, you know, basically when the content creator is doing their thing, they are supposed to be, you know, um, making sure nothing gets out of hand or inappropriate. It just depends, right? So up here, but yes, a lot of us are onto KT PETA as Ellie. So I'm sure there were a couple comments that were up in there. But the whole point being is, from a person going from a supporter and a protester and then to a mod, I mean, that's great. I think it's wonderful. However, I know myself, if a mod were doing this about a person or a streamer, I would at least address that. I mean, I know people can miss comments, right? I know they can miss comments. But if I saw that, I would be like, no, that's not cool. You know, no chat is perfect, no person is perfect, but chats are like mods and chats are like streamers, right? Everybody's different. They have their own style, they have their own goal, they have their own motive. There's another person in this chat that's a mod that said to me in another person's stream, they acknowledged me and said, I never believed you were her. Now, I keep saying it like this because, I don't want people to think that I think anything bad of her because, again, I've said it, I don't. But what pleasure are people getting out of consistently saying this? I just don't understand it. I really don't. And it was nice for the other mod to say in another chat, I know you're not her, but in reference to this chat, why wasn't it said here? Let me pause that for a second and come back to you because, like I said, when I'm in full screen, I can't see you. Okay, thank you, Cinderella. I saw this same person. Thank you. And I'm very again. I'm not a big person, a big channel, so to speak. And sometimes it's hard to take compliments or support. So I may not sound it in my tone, but I am very grateful. I saw the same person saying that somewhere else. So let me just read this for myself first, and then I'll post them. I'm reading this to myself, guys, but I will come back to it. Okay. So I read your comments and I will come back to them. I didn't want you to think I was like ignoring you guys. All right. So let me go back and open this up. And just the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth. And okay, so right here, Wait, I gotta exit the full screen. I want to point something out. Shoot. Pause it, pause it, pause it. Okay. So let me show you this. I was so like worried I'd miss it. All right. So I'm in full screen again. Okay. All right. So with this here, there's a comment right here, Janice KR. And I know it's blurry, but it says KT PETA it's something to do, has her, oh, it has, KT PETA has her own channel and went live, did a first live last week. Okay. Now, that was another nice thing that I don't recall ever seeing this chatter. Okay. But just the fact that that person said that was very nice. I just want to point that out. Okay. Um, okay, let me go back. Sorry about all the clicking, guys. I apologize for that. I apologize. When I'm in full screen, I can't read the chat, but if anybody has just joined in, thank you so much for being here. So there goes Janice's comment. See, KT PETA has her own channel and did her first live last week. And here, KT PETA was pissed off because they didn't want to add her to the website as a supporter. Like what? Not even me? Sus. Now, what that comment means is that I wasn't necessarily I wasn't pissed off that I wasn't added to the channel. As a supporter, what I was pissed off about was the wording that was used. It was rude, and the words were unnecessary, saying that if I wanted to be on the channel for favors, then I could unsubscribe. And I was like, wow. I could not believe that. And I did explain this in a live before. Okay, so that was the end of that. So I'll close that down, I think. Or I'll just stop sharing that. So stop sharing. Okay. So let me just say this really quick. So what it was is that when I did my first live, it was exciting and nervous of, maybe a lot of people felt the same way. But for me, what it was is that I felt so good that I went from a viewer to a doer. And that's how I viewed it, from a viewer to a doer. So for the longest time, I had been watching and supporting and sharing and whatnot. And I finally, came to YouTube as a contributor and a supporter. So that's what I mean from a viewer to a doer. And it took me on such a high, but not in a arrogant way, in a good way. Like, it was like, yes, I can, finally say my thing and do my thing. And it felt so wonderful. And maybe some of you get that. Maybe you guys, some of you have felt the same way, right? So I thought that maybe in my own way, I could be a contributor for the anti-Scientology movement, as well as the fact of being in the supporter section. And I was like, this is great. But the comments from this person just got worse and worse and worse. And again, it wasn't the fact that I wasn't going to be put on the sptv.space. What my issue was, again, the wording. Like, what would you think? How would you take it if you had emailed the people that created the channel and for maybe 2 or 3 times. They hadn't responded. So when you see them, you address them and say, "Hey, I don't know if you saw this, but I had emailed you, and I was wondering, if you could get back to me." Well, instead of going to the email and addressing me there, they decided to address it in the comments. And again, it was rude. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. So I'll hold that thought right there. So just want to say again, thank you to all that are here. I appreciate it. If I didn't address you right away, I apologize. I'm still working at it. So Drifter Shelley. Good grief. Oh, I did the full screen. My bad. Damn it. Sorry about that. Good grief. I saw the same person saying that somewhere. Pissed me off. Yeah, it pissed me off too. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. Okay. And Cinderella says, okay, Ellie is still a mod. Do you have an email address? This is BS. As far as I know, Ellie, I have not seen Ellie as a mod. So my answer would be no, she is not a mod. Drifter Shelley. There is also a commentator named Kid Freshie who calls people out for being Ellie. I actually say it's not. I actually say it tonight, and I believe it was in Tori's chat. Okay, so I'm the typo queen. So if I may, Drifter Shelley, let me know if I'm overstepping. So there's a commentator named Kid Freshie who calls people out for being Ellie. So I'm assuming that means, and tell me if I'm wrong, that he's just, throwing names out there and saying, "Oh, that's Ellie," if I got that right. And it was actually said in the live tonight, and possibly it was Tori's chat. Let me know if that's correct. Thank you. Chats are beyond toxic lately. Absolutely. And Cinderella, I apologize to you and everybody here. I'm so upset. I heard more crap tonight about mods. Yeah. And to be honest with you, like I said, I did too, just a couple nights ago. And like I said, I let this go for a long time. I blew it off because it's like whatever, you know? And the thing of it for me is that I thought about it, and the reason why I did decide to address it is because I'm sure it affects me in a little bit of a way, but I'm sure it does, Ellie. And to those that had her as a mod, it's kind of like a relationship. You had them and they were good enough when you needed them, and then for whatever your reason, good, bad, the truth or a lie, or influenced by somebody, then you toss them away like an old shoe. That's a really shitty thing to do. And I've said it before. So for those that didn't hear me ever say this before, if you got a problem with somebody, be an adult and say, listen, when this live is over, email me or text them, however, mods and creators do their stuff. And say, I don't like the way you treated one of my chatters. Or I don't like this. I don't, and work it out. But this seems to be a very big disease. I'm going to use that word disease that's going on. Influencers telling, oh, if you don't do as I say, I thought this was supposed to be protesting Scientology. Scientology is the one that mind controls and traps you and brainwashes you and says, this is the only way. And if you talk out, you're PTS or SP. What the hell? And for those, another reason why I'm talking tonight is because I'm sick and tired of people being pushed around. And I'm sorry to say, but if they don't have the balls to say it for whatever the reason, or they're scared to because of someone else, then let me be your voice. How about that? How about that? We were supposed to be the voices for the people that are still stuck in Scientology, for the ones that escaped, for the ones that lost their childhood, for the ones that are abused, for all this stuff. And then there are hypocrites out there on the street having the audacity to protest like they're a good little boy and girl and doing the same thing. Well, you know what? Fuck you. You should be ashamed of all your. You like to use the word shame. Shame. Well, you know what? Now, the finger that points back, the four are coming right back at you. And this time they ain't yours, they're mine. You got that? They're mine. And I'm a piss little channel. And I may only have 100 and something subs, but that's okay. Because I rather have quality over quantity. Drifter Shelley. I watch a lot on replay, and many I don't even watch anymore, but I see enough. Dusty, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my channel and the chat. We are happy to have you. We are grateful to have you. Thank you, Dusty. I'm smiling ear to ear. Hey, Keith, good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, new comments. Let's see down here. Let's see. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Cinderella, I have not seen that mod say these things, or I would have called them out. I'm sorry. Cinderella, thank you. Don't be sorry. Don't be. You know what? Like I said, we can't see everything. But the one advantage of being a viewer for a long time, because you have the streamers doing their thing, right? You have the mods doing their thing. They're watching chat. Then you have the chatters that are typing, right? And sometimes you get caught up in conversations amongst each other. I mean, I've done it. Dusty the other night, I want to thank him again. He did a wonderful thing, and a whole bunch of other protesters and ex-Scientologists on his panel, everybody joining in. They did a little marathon to help the growing channels that are still in their younger stages to get more subs. I want to thank you personally, Dusty, for allowing me to be there and having all the people there supportive of me. I'll speak for myself, and popping up my channel. That was very thoughtful and generous to do on your own time, because time is very precious. Thank you. Thank you, Cinderella. Thank you, Drifter Shelley. That was rude, especially with no explanation. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Great question, Keith. Did you protest? No, Keith, I did not protest. I have been anti-Scientology since the early 80s. I explained it on my very first live I did, but just to give you a heads up, I have Crohn's disease and some other medical issues, and it's not fun. And so I have issues with leaving the house, to put it without getting into detail. If you know anything about Crohn's, it is very bad. It is very destructive for the mind and the body, and it is a very crippling disease. That's why I sub to you. Thank you. I would think that someone lied to them. Yeah. Well, the thing of it is that I was told that they said, Peter, no matter what you say or what you do, receipts or whatever you do, people are going to, either make up more lies, or they're going to fight even harder to say it's you. Again, I don't know why I was targeted. Some morons are like, "Oh, well, you sound just like her," or the lovely, all of you that know and love Selfless Self, bet MD Media $100 and said, "If KT Pete is not Ellie, I will give you $100." Well, guess what? Why don't you fork another C note over here? So one for MD Media and one for me. Cause buddy, you are so full of shit, your eyes are brown. Okay. And when you talk using those, fancy or expensive words, a lot of times you don't sound that educated. It's just like Scientology word salad. And if you want to take that as a dig, do as you please. But you really sound like a horse's ass. I have proof. I've talked to Ellie for hours at a time because she was my mod. Well, then take your head out of your ass. You said it yourself. You've talked to her for hours. Then you should know the difference. But apparently, you're on somebody else's Kool Aid train. Ugh, whatever. Schmuck. Cinderella said, I told that same thing happened to another person about the same time. Yes, you did, Cinderella. I remember that. Okay, so Drifter Shelley confirmed my translation of what she was saying, correct on Kid Freshy's comments in chat. Sorry that a comment, she still mods for some channels that are not about Scientology. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Cinderella. No. Well, as far as Ellie is concerned, like I said, I don't know her. I've explained it a million times to these idiots. The only way I know Ellie and Genwell is from being mods in a chat for a content creator. Otherwise, I don't know. Did you happen to see what happened in Tori's chat tonight? It was terrible. Like something coming in, acting like they control a cult. No, Drifter Shelley, I did not. Honestly, I did not. I've had a real hell of a day. I had a fundraiser for myself. I didn't ask any content creators for help or advice. I was excited to do the live. I believe it was on a Sunday. A tree had fallen on my house, and it's like, holy shit, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. You know? And so I thought we'd have some fun, and I had something all set up, and I did it, and I was happy about it. I was proud about it because it was just a wonderful thing um about Scientology. But the people that were there were wonderful, and they gave me great feedback that they enjoyed it. And I told them after the fact if they had any questions, and it was great. Cinderella, the bad thing is, could be so many different entities. Yeah. I did. Good to see you. Have you? Okay. So Keith says, good to see you, KT. Have you done a live protest? Again, Keith, no, I have not. I do have respect for people for boots on the ground and that are out there in the hot, sweaty weather, whether they're doing chalk art, flyers, whatever their way their protests are, talking to people. I totally have respect for it. What I don't have respect for is not bad behavior, but just asshole crummy behavior. The people that I do not respect are the ones that don't practice what they preach, and I'll leave it at that. Okay? You're welcome, Keith. Okay, did I miss something? Drifter Shelley, I'm reading your comment. so disappointed. Are we is chat referring to Tori? Like, is it really that? Because I tell you what, when Tori came out for her anniversary, to those that aren't subscribed to Tori Magoo 44, you're missing out. That is the OG queen. Her favorite color is purple. She knows how to talk to people. She is a former Scientologist, OT7, and knows all the ins and outs. She was the one, when she was in Scientology, that was the one that could communicate with the protesters and get them to leave. And since 2000, she has been on the protesters' side doing it. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, I'm getting so, like, I mean, Tori can handle herself. She's a grown woman, but I mean, she's a good person. So I'm like worried now. I felt so bad for Tori's mods. Oh man, they must have really gone through it. But Tori's anniversary, you know, of you know, being out and protesting, there was some drunk moron. I right away smelled it. I wasn't being sarcastic mean. I was being sarcastic saying, "Oh, see, Scientology didn't forget your anniversary, Tori. They sent you a drunk distraction to bother you." Thank God other protesters were around because, God forbid, man or woman, we don't want to see how far it could have gotten. So, um, I'm a little bit worried. Like, do I end my life? I mean, the only thing I could do is what I've been doing for a long time, being supportive. Cinderella says it was terrible. Oh man. Uh Drifter Shelley, I have an issue with integrity, honesty, and humility. Without those, it's hard for me to continue watching. I don't blame you. And these people that are hypocrites and trying to control everything, there's one thing when your channel grows, okay? This to me is not just an opinion, it's a fact. When your channel grows and you're doing hard work and good work and boots to the ground and being recognized, it makes you feel good and you have every right to be proud, and your confidence builder, right? It builds your confidence. And that's a great thing. Maybe it's filling a void, that you had. But when you get to be cocky and arrogant and demanding and vicious, and I mean, shit, you guys are at the Scientology buildings there all the time. Go have at it. I mean, am I wrong? To those that are here, I respect your opinion. Am I wrong? Dusty says, Dusty Soda Dispenser, I have two of the best mods out there. The rest are my friends. I have a great team of mods. I appreciate them dearly. And see, that is a blessing. A lot of, I've heard some, not a lot of some people say, you know, uh, get to know your mods. Oh, and Dusty, I can't wait either. I am so excited. Guys, if you are not subscribed to Dusty Soda Dispenser, he is a protester out in Clearwater. He's funny, he's great. He just knows how to protest. He's every protester has their own way. I enjoy him. And you can find him with some shenanigans with Feral Cheryl on the loose. I can't wait for that. I hope you didn't spill all the beans, Dusty. I caught most of it, but not all of it. And Drifter Shelley, you got a very valid point here. Mods can make or break a channel, but you know what? If if the content creators, it goes for them too. I will say that. If a content creator, you don't have to be a total jerk about it. Okay? You really don't. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it, right? The old expression, you get more bees with honey or you get more flies with honey than vinegar, however you want to phrase it, whatever your fancy is, right? I mean, you're absolutely right, Drifter Shelley. However, so can the content creator, because I've seen it where they had a channel, it was growing, then they get an olive branch to extend to, get more subs, and then they wave it over their head and saying, "Hey, remember me? I put your channel out there. Look at all the subs I got you. Now what are you gonna do for me, or you owe me?" And if a content creator is I don't know. I I know what I wanna say, I'm just having trouble getting it out, but here's the thing, I'll just say it flat out. When you do something nice for somebody, you say thank you. That's not only common sense, it's manners, right? But when somebody does something nice for you and then turns around, whether it's I mean, I would have more respect if they did it at that moment, but then later on turns around and says, "You owe me." I you know, I've seen it. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen it, and it's sad because some people are not saying anything. So I am their voice. Now I am the voice for helping Scientology, escape, or supporting the ex-Scientologist and helping them if there's any way I can. And now I'm helping the people that are much bigger channels than I am, if I can, in any way, shape, or form, to try to talk to them to get through this. And this is my way. And it's also to clear this bullshit up about I am not Ellie, I am not Ellie, I am not Ellie. Yes, Cinderella. He threw a cupcake, yep, at her on her anniversary. Yeah, he was a total asshole. You remember that guy? Do you guys remember that guy that was in front of AOLA, um, on L. Ron Hubbard Way and Fountain Avenue? And 2 or 3 times, I forget the dude's name, but one of the interactions was with DOA, and he was like, shit faced. And then the second time, or the first time or the second time, he tried to take DOA's chair. And DOA's like, excuse me, that's my chair. And the guy's like, no, it's my chair. And long story short, the cops came to mess with him. This guy was doing the same thing. I mean, Tori was just out there with the people, having fun on her chat, and it was great. And then this guy comes over to ruin it. So that's why I said in her chat, "Oh, Osa and Scientology didn't forget about you, Tori. They sent you out an anniversary present distraction, jerks." I love Club Brain Fog. It's like not every single moment, but when she, does her thing, and then at the end she's like, "Freaks." She makes me laugh so hard. Drifter Shelley, those moments when you want to jump through the screen and take care of business. You ain't kidding. You are not kidding. I'm telling you, been there, done that. Oh, thank you, Cinderella. Ashley got everything to calm down in Tori's chat. Okay. Well, like I said, she is a grown woman, and I'm glad she's not alone, but I just excuse me, I'm gonna mute. I am so sorry. Forgive me if I didn't catch the mute button on time. I did not mean to cough in your ear. Oh, God. I'll be watching. Cinderella, who you'll be watching? Are you guys ditching me for Tori? What is wrong with you people? No, I'm just playing. I wanted laugh at LOL. I wanted to board my pony up near Tori so she could enjoy a pony. Aw. But she said it was way too expensive to board horses there, that she wouldn't let me do that. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Shelley. Drifter Shelley, that's so awesome. You know what? I don't know. Do any of you guys in the chat remember? Um, I mean, I wasn't fond of it, but I didn't hate it either. But My Little Pony, you could get like a My Little Pony with the purple hair and give it to Tori. I think anything purple she would love. Cinderella, please. I know. Yeah. I yeah. I I keep an eye out every once in a while, but I'm not gonna lie. My thing is that I know that deep down he's a good guy. For whatever reason, all this shit is, out of control. And there's some little bit inside of me. Like, I'm not delusional, right? I get it. But I still have a little bit of hope that he can turn things around, maybe when we least expect it. And if not, um, there you have it. I've watched 6 different protest movements in the last 2.5 years. I've learned a lot and have seen some things. None of this is new to me, unfortunately, but it's still great, with the heart. Uh, but it's still heartbreaking, excuse me, to see the created chaos. Forgive me, like a dumbass, I was looking at the screen instead of the chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, Drifter Shelley, no doubt. Dusty Soda Dispenser. I have a full day scheduled for Thursday, and I'll be on Poe on the Go or Poe's show on Friday, running around in LA with Cheryl till Monday. All right, guys, so check this out. Make sure you mark your calendar. Dusty Soda Dispenser. Again, he's a protester against Scientology. He's out of Clearwater, Florida. He's with the Florida people out there. So, again, full day schedule for Thursday. He'll be with Poe. That's Poe on the Go for Friday. And then running around in LA with Pharaoh Cheryl till Monday. So, Dusty, I know I can't wait to see you guys. That should be a lot of fun. Make sure you go to Davey Miscavige's little apartment too by what is it, Author Services? Drifter Shelley. Ouch. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, definitely. Drifter Shelley, Dusty, have a blessed weekend. Absolutely. And safe travels. I would love to see it, Drifter Shelley. Oh my God. I love horses. Notifications are on. There you go. See, check that out, Dusty. Notifications are on. Awesome. Drifter Shelley's got you too. I'll keep my eye out for Dusty's lives. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so it's like I said, guys, again, this startled me, then it like had me confused, and then I was like, whatever, and blew it off. But the the people just keep trying, right? They keep coming and they keep trying. And in my eyes, it's just like, what is the purpose of that? Oh, a Pinto. Yes. I I learned, I didn't grow up, but I learned about when I was a kid, bays and chestnuts. Um, One of my favorite horses I'll never forget was a black horse with violet colored eyes named Eclipse, and he was my favorite. Thank you, Dusty. No problem. It's all good. It's all good. Um, and Eclipse was awesome. So I learned about the horses, and I kind of actually was a hustler back in the day in a good way. I was poor and couldn't afford stuff, so I used my charm, my ways, and I basically bartered old school. I said, "Listen, I'm broke as hell. Our family doesn't have money." Eclipse the racehorse. Yeah, Drifter Shelley. Yep. And I said, "I don't have any money." I said, "But I want to barter with you." Oh, he was beautiful. He really was. So I said, "I will clean the stables and clean the horses and feed them and water them and all that good stuff. There's certain things, you need to teach me, but I will work in return for riding lessons." So the manager, her name was Mindy. Not Mindy that we all know and love, not Mindy Willens, the protester, but Mindy. And she was laughing like, "Oh, you cute little girl. Ha 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 ha." And I was like, "No, I'm dead serious." I was like, "I ain't bullshitting." And I almost got swatted for that one in my face. Not in police swatting. I almost got hit in the face for that one, but I dodged a bullet. But I was like, "I'm not kidding." And she's like, "You're really serious, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I am." So she's like, "Okay." So she showed me the ropes, told me what to do, when I had to do it, and I busted my ass 7 days a week as a kid. And I got those writing lessons. I got writing lessons in English and writing lessons in Western. For some reason, I preferred English, but I don't know. But I even got to wear the snooty little hat, the black hat that the English wear. Holy smokes, guys, we have a celebrity in the house. I owned a granddaughter of I can never pronounce it, the Secretariat. That was a great movie too if you hadn't seen it, but this is royalty. Drifter Shelley, I'm like stumbling now. Wow, to own a granddaughter. That is big time. I'm impressed. I am not entertained, but I am impressed. Thank you, Cinderella. So yeah. Sometimes I lose track of myself, but um yeah, I miss you guys a lot, Um sometimes when I wish I could go like live I mean, it's not that I wish. I would like to go live every day, but sometimes I don't feel really well. Um and so what I'll do is if you look at my community post, hold on a second, I got a cough, guys. I don't want to do it in your ear. Okay, thanks for holding on. So, when I'm not really feeling well, but I want to, contribute, do something, and I want to participate, I'll either like jump in a chat or in somebody's stream and say hi and whatnot, and or I'll post on my community page, on my community tab, and I'll put in thoughts or stuff I find, or ideas, or if I get heated. Yes, we know, Chat. Facts and feelings rarely mix. So what do? I take a step back, take a breath, and then write everything I gotta write. Yeah, Cinderella, thank you. Hard work. You know what? I don't know. Maybe Drifter Shelley and Cinderella. I'm liking this conversation. Um, who knows? Maybe you two can talk about that and see where it goes. I think there's something to work with right there. And to be honest, if it can't be me, I hope it's you guys. Especially again with Drifter Shelley. I mean that like if you know you know, that is some serious bloodline. That is some serious bloodlines there. So I don't know. All right, let me stop yakking. All right. Let me ask you guys that are here. So, what we discussed tonight, what I discussed with you guys tonight, what is your opinion? And I take your opinions with everything that comes with it. What do you think? Do you think, I mean, everybody has a right, but do you think I was good to speak up for myself as well as others? Now, mind you, nobody asked me to speak up for them because they have their own mouth and their own channel. I took it upon myself. Like I said, the protesters are supposed to be protesting against Scientology for those that didn't have a voice. And now it turns out the protesters are getting that same thing. That's what I've been listening to. I mean, again, what I just showed you, the one mod said, I'm Ellie. The other mod that's in there did not say anything, but in another person's stream and in chat said, I know you're not Ellie. And again, that made me feel good, but it just was like, why, it just dawned on me, like, why didn't you say that when the other person said I was? So, thank you. Right, right. That's the thing. I won't be. If I'm the first one in a chat to say, I apologize, I'm sorry if I overstepped, which I do, right? Then why can't I be the first one to stick up for myself and say something? I mean, the freedom of speech can be debated and talked about and argued and agreed upon and this and that. But, you know, again, my channel may not have 40,000 people, 240,000, 500,000. I may not ever get a super chat. I may not ever get a donation. I mean, I don't know. But I much rather have quality than quantity. I mean, less is more. And so far, every live I've done or, community posts I put up, everybody's been really great. And I couldn't be more happy with what I have. I'm not greedy about it. Cinderella, if you don't stick up for yourself, who will? Unless I or Shelly are in your chat. I know, right? Oh my gosh. So true. So true. So, hey, you guys are awesome being with me tonight. Does anybody have any fun plans? You got anything going on? And I know Cinderella said she doesn't ride, but you know, who knows? Um, when Natalie from Scientology Life After a Cult was talking to Reese, um, I had put in, oh, Streamer Wars is live. When I had put in a comment in the chat, that's if you heard that ding, that was my alert, my reminder, right? So that's another thing too. I'm not petty. I may not be welcome in the chat. I might be called Ellie, but all the people I subscribe to, I have not unsubscribed. I just will not participate. So take it for what that is. But anyway, so Natalie, I put in a comment like when Reese and her were throwing ideas off each other, going back and forth about things to do in lives and stuff or whatnot. Well, if any of you know Natalie, she tried to groom her dog Odin, and Odin's like a huge, like he's a big schnauzer. He's not like one of those lowriders. And she showed a picture that she tried to groom him, and he got a like a little bald patch, and I felt so bad because I've been there, done that. I've never had a human child. I've had fur babies, and I felt so bad for her as well as Odin. I mean, Odin's probably like, "Oh, I feel a chilly spot," but Natalie felt so bad. So I suggested in the comments, I said, "Oh, maybe you could take a professional dog grooming class and like, you know, have that as alive as long as, the people agree." So, um, I thought that would be cool, and save money, right? I mean, support your local people. You don't have to go to the big box places and whatnot and all the fancy schmancy stuff. But I mean, it's something new to learn. I mean, you could at least try it. But if you decide you don't want to groom your own dog, definitely, guys, support all your local businesses. Don't make the rich richer. I mean, do what you want, but it's the little people, like me. Drifter Shelley, I almost totally left supporting the movement, but it's about the kids. So I've changed what I watch, where I will chat, and where I financially support. Can't say anything more to that. That's it. 100. That's exactly how I feel, Drifter Shelley. Cinderella, you saw that. Were you talking about what I said on Natalie's, or is it something else? Shelley, I heard something on Poe on the Go and Miriam that rang a big bell, so my brain is working on that issue. I felt a huge weight lifted with that realization. Okay. I hope that's a good thing. I believe I know what you're speaking of. Um, Drifter Shelley, that's Jamie Mustard's what he's been promoting and explaining about, right? That's awesome here. I support local businesses and American craftsmen. Yep. Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, definitely a good thing. I'll be honest with you, Shelly. Yeah, I love Jamie too. He's great. I definitely at first I love Jamie. I didn't understand because sometimes I don't get everything right away. That's just how my brain works. Um, you know, once in a while I just don't understand. But after listening to it a few times, then I understood what it was about, and I thought it was really cool. As a matter of fact, there's an ex-Scientologist who I enjoy, and I am sub to him, and he was doing a live, and I suggested in his chat. I didn't want to get too personal because I didn't want to overstep, or I didn't want to embarrass him. Not that I would do that intentionally, but I just don't know the person. So I told them, I said, if you're interested, go to Jamie Mustard's channel and you can hear him talk about it. Cinderella, you trying to turn into me? You know I'm the typo queen, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah. And did you guys know that? I don't know if you knew this, but Jamie Mustard has a brother, Daniel. Did you guys know that? It and he is one cool dude. One cool dude. As a matter of fact, give me a second here, guys. I'll want to check this out. Let me find this for you guys. See, the thing of it is you guys are such great supporters, right? And for all the all the people out there. But a lot of times there is um, there's people you may not know about. You may not know about them because you haven't heard them discussed before. Um, oh, here it is. Cool. You haven't heard them being discussed before. They were discussed before, but it's been a while, or they may not be on a lot of channels, which I've found that out to be the case, and that's just a honest comment. But the little bit I've watched of him when he's been live is absolutely phenomenal. He's very fun. He's light. He's cool. So let me put this in the chat here. I just heard his name recently, and he was the next person I wanted to check out. Okay, so what I'll do for you, thank you, Cinderella. Yeah, what I'll do for you is this. So guys, in the chat, I'm gonna put now Daniel Mustard is again an ex-Scientologist. That's Jamie Mustard's brother, okay? And then Drifter Shelley, hold on 1 second, and I'll get you Jamie's. Bear with me a second, and I'll get that. I believe. Let me see. It's not. I'm looking at somebody else's channel because they had him on. But what I'll do is to see if it's in the description below of that show that they did. See your podcast. I know it's in here somewhere. Playlist. Let me check here. Videos. This person I don't know. I know they interviewed Jamie, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Okay, here it is. I found it. Let me see if it's in the description. Okay, that's the content creator. Oh my. Okay, listen, until otherwise, I don't know. Oh, it won't let me because I don't have Twitter. All right, so guys in the chat, I apologize. If you can find it, then like I said, it's Jamie Mustard. Oh, you're welcome. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Welcome to the chat. KT Peter, let's see. Would you call out the person who was claiming you were Ellie if you had receipts for? All right, let me read this back. Interesting. At KT Peter, would you call out the person who was claiming you were Ellie if you had receipts for who was even if you may not like knowing who because they stuck up for you? Oh, well, thank you. First of all, again, thank you for being here. What amazes me is all these kids are self-educated here. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Cinderella said she did. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I don't. So here's the thing. I said it, but I'll be happy to repeat because it keeps my stream going longer. So a couple nights ago, Selfless Self, who had Ellie as a mod, said on his live that he has proof he's talking to Ellie for hours and hours and hours. And I'm Ellie. right? The person that was in, you can go back to and look at it yourself. Um, yeah, I know there's others, unfortunately. I know there's others. But if you want to rewind um, the live, the person that stuck up for me originally, which was very like nice to see. I mean, they were like they used to, and I called them out and said thank you. I said thank you for that. They said something along the lines like, I can vouch for KT Peter. I know KT Peter, and she's not Ellie. However, what I just played showed otherwise. And before I did this live, I sent that person directly an email. See, if the person doesn't have an email, then I can't talk to them directly, right? But I do make sure I try to look out and see if there's an email. There's another person I went out and did an email. I don't have a problem about it. And I also don't have a problem thanking every single person, whether I've seen them in a chat or not. When I say know somebody, you know, it's through all this, right? So if I see somebody that I know who is constantly not only saying I'm not Ellie, but sticking up for me or standing up to that person, however you'd like to phrase that, that's exactly what it is. They are putting their foot down and saying, this is enough. This is enough. It's not Ellie. Cut the shit. Cut it out. Right? But to those that want to say it just to make themselves feel better, or if they're doing it to please somebody else, that's just bullshit. So Selfless Self had Ellie as a mod, right? So that's one. Then and it's been seen in the chat, so it's not like I'm dropping the bomb here. MD Media has stuck up for me and said, listen, for whatever your problem is or your case may be, or to this person in the chat, Ellie was his mod, and she's like, I know Ellie. KT PETA is not Ellie. I had another person who said to me, they know I'm not Ellie. All right. The majority of these people that had Ellie as a mod, right, know that I'm not Ellie. But when you make an ass statement saying, "Oh, I have proof I talked to Ellie for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours." Well, there you go. But you still insist on talking shit. And I will repeat myself for those that did not hear it, and those that didn't hear it in the back of the room. There is nothing wrong with Ellie. If you ask me, tell me what Ellie did wrong. Well, guess what? I don't know because I'm not behind the scenes. But I'm speaking for myself. Every content creator that she was a mod for in the chat, I was always greeted. I was always acknowledged. I wasn't snowed. I was talked to. I was never disrespected, and nobody was ever rude to me. And another thing I want to remind people, okay, is that when there is one or two mods and 600 people in the chat, not everything can be seen, and sometimes decisions have to be made. And guess what? If there is a problem with the mod, the content creator, and or someone in the chat, then that will be discussed with them. People could put in their 2 cents for what exactly is going on, and they can twist it and turn it, and obviously that's what they do. But this shit should be handled between the content creator and the mods. If the mod does something wrong, the content creator can reach out to their own mod and say, hey, I saw you block somebody. I saw you time out this person. But if you guys know, the protesters, a lot of time when they're doing their chalk art or their flyers, and it's, the sun's in their eyes, or they can't read their screen. Sometimes if somebody's acting up in the chat, calling people a C word or disgusting crap, yada yada, right? They're not going to catch it. So at that moment, the mod can't ask the creator, what do you want me to do? So they make the decision before chat gets out of hand. And chat can say whatever the hell they want, but if the content creator and the mods don't handle it and straighten things out, then shit's just gonna run wild. Thank you, Cinderella. I appreciate that. This is going to bring more people to come to your channel. I hope so. And they're welcome to be here. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Thank you. You might be surprised that another creator is playing both sides. Well, if that's true, then that's on them. I appreciate your comment. I'm not denying it. I'm actually taking it in and reading it. You might be surprised that another creator is playing both sides. As long as they can sleep at night. And again, that's not any shade on you. That's just how I feel. I appreciate the comment. I'm looking at it. I read it twice. And you're probably right. I would be surprised that another creator is playing both sides, but you know, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Exactly, not the worst to be called Ellie, right? And and I've said it from day one. Now, the first initial shock was like, wait, what? Like, it's just something you don't expect, right? It's like if you're walking and like bird shit hits your head. You're like, what the hell? Like, where did that come from? You're like, son of a bitch. And then you're like, damn it. Aw, Z's Brack. What the hell are you yapping about? We're yapping about you, sunshine. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're yapping about you. Z's Branch, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that again, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. See, and those comments, they help. I'm learning as I go. I'm a good kid. I'm a smart kid. I'm learning. The more comments it's going to show, good or bad. Thank you. Awesome. Dumbasses. Viewers see the character of live streamers honestly, humility versus twisting truth and arrogance. Yep. Here they come. Somebody cue the Jaws music. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh shit. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Channel owner accountability. Bro, you got 8 views. What are you yapping about? I'm yapping about you, sunshine. Yes, I am. You're just so cute. Thank you for being here. And I got 8 more views than you. And guess what? It's all good. Cinderella, it's East Branch. The 8 people minus 1 want to be here. Hey. Yeah. See, that's how you handle it. Aw, did you think I was gonna cry? Aw, so cute. Drifter Shelley, you are either live streaming for you are either live streaming for themselves or for a cause. Chats need to be handled differently when live streaming for a cause, right? And see, the thing is, Drifter Shelley, right? For me, it's not like the ones that are busting their ass boots to the ground, because again, it's summertime, the sun's out most of the time, and it's hot, and they're sweating, so the sweat gets in their eyes, and then the screen with the sun and the brightness, they can't see. But here, I can see all. Comments and watch hours are the best. What are you laughing at? The jaws or the aw? The poor little aw. I'm yapping about you, sunshine. Yeah. Bro, you got 8 viewers, bruh. 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 Oh, you know what? Guess what? The trolls can tip too. How you like me now? How you like me now? Thank you, thank you. As for those that would like to, all donations are always appreciated. There is my Cash App and my PayPal. I would love to see that ching ching make that register ring because mama needs a new pair of shoes. That one was for the trolls. Yes, I'm going to get me a pair of Louis Vuittons. Yes. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. See, I'm poor. Pour, poor. I don't have a laugh track. So I'm making my own. Oh shit. If I didn't want to blow your ears out, I would do oh my god. It's a joke from back in the day, but I'll save that little tidbit for the next one. Can I put sure. Uh wait, let's see. I say sure and I lie, Drifter. Hold on a second. Um, go to. I'm sorry I do that. I realized like after the first time I did it that I was doing that thing. It was like subconsciously I was doing it, so I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Um, hey, before I do that, what you call it? Sh- should we keep Z's branch? You think? Can we keep him, mommy? Can we keep him? I do. Don't drink the Kool Aid. It is on my about page. Yep. Hold on a second. Oh crap. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Let's see here. You guys are great. I'm sitting here laughing. I'm trying to pull. Oh, can we keep him, mommy? Please, please, please. I don't even know if it's he or she. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. I just don't know, don't care. I can be silly and stupid at the same time, and I really don't give a rat's ass. I don't. Oh my god. Okay. So there's that one, Drifter Shelley. And um I didn't know until like I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. I didn't learn about it, but I just remembered about it. I don't know how it goes, but somehow I don't know if they're interchangeable, but Venmo is part of PayPal, which I found to be very interesting. I was like, "What?" Oh, let me take down the banner here. Sorry about that. And I keep saying sorry, my bad. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Okay, so if you go to, hold on a second. Hold on one second here. And please make sure, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Let me click on that link to make sure. Yeah, so if you click on that link, that'll bring you to my channel page, and then under the, or excuse me, on the front, the page where it says more, just click there and scroll down, and you'll see the email. So, oh my god, it's so funny. Okay, cool. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Got it. Perfect. Drifter Shelley, are you referring to me? Did what work? Hold on a second. Guys, give me 1 second, please, and thank you. Sorry about that. 1 second, please. I thought I unmuted myself. Drifter Shelley, yes, it did. Thank you. And thank you. And what comes after thank you? Whatever. Drifter Shelley will get it. She knows. Whatever. So, what's the vote? So, what do we do? Do we keep them, mommies and daddies? Do we keep them? What's up? What do I do? What do I do with? I I'm so glad you guys are laughing. It just came to me. It's like, oh, should I keep Z's branch in there? Isn't that a candy, like a caramel sucker or something? Wasn't that a candy, guys? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, said he got that thing. Okay, but yeah. So what do I do? I've never had a troll in my very own life before. Didn't find the email, but I hit the like. Thank you so much. I don't know why it's not there. Let me double check. Okay, so all right, so go back on. I appreciate you hitting the like and subscribing. What I'd like you to do is please go back to that main page, and where it says six, I apologize. I misspoke. Go to where it says six more links. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, and scroll down, and it'll say email. Don't Drink the Kool-Aid says, Drifter Shelley, you have always been really, or excuse me, always been very nice with a thumbs up. But guys, I want to talk about me. Me. The more you drink, the better I sound. What do we do with my first troll? Like, all right, I've been trolled being called Ellie, right? I've been trolled for some other shit that I won't get into because it's really not any fun. Like, it's not any fun at all. Oh, there's Drifter Shelley. Okay. Drifter Shelley, keep it for now. When we're done playing with them, then put them. Copy that. Okay. Aw. Yes. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So this is funny. So now now you guys have called the shots. Drifter Shelley, Don't Drink the Kool-Aid, Cinderella. What do you think? Um, whatchamacallit? What do you think that person thought my reaction would be? And I want you to fucking go for it. Just tell me. What do you think? Did what do you guys think he thought I was gonna do? Yeah, Keith, I have heard you are Ellie. Yeah. A lot of people's. But like I said, what really trips me out is a couple of things. Some of the people that have said it, Ellie was their mod, right? And again, for the 10th time, this is nothing. I have never said anything that it's a bad thing that people call me Ellie because, men or women that had her as a mod, she was good enough for them for all that time until, otherwise. So that they're a bunch of horses' asses. They're just talking shit. They're talking out of their ass. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. If you've talking to your mod for hours, Don't Drink the Kool-Aid says, Keith, everyone has heard it. Doesn't make it true. Yeah. So Keith says Ellie was my mod. Yeah, I mean, listen, you know, another factor too is okay, check this out. Oh wait, I don't want to forget Cinderella. He thought your feelings would be hurt. Yeah, you think so? Anybody else agree with that? What that I was. Do you guys see what's on my screen? I mean, if you know, you know. If not, you better do your homework. Yeah, totally. But it's like I'm a small little French fry, right? And this will be, again, I let it go for a long time, right? And I've been trolled about it in comments and all kinds of bullshit. But sticking up for myself, whatever you want to say. I just wanted to put my words out there, my mouth, the truth, all this stuff. It's just ridiculous. And I have the right. If everybody else has the right to say something, and I have shown grace in people's chat and said if I overstepped, I apologize, and that's the end of it. Then why can't I turn around and do it? I know what Drifter Shelley says. I get it. I'm not mad or anything. This is my time. Okay. Tonight I heard that she had 16 other channels and she was modding for, and that was the problem. I do not. Okay, I've done that before where I didn't finish my sentence. Oh, I see what she's saying. No, wait, maybe her sentence was cut off. How do you know, Cinderella, That's late. I heard 52. So see, here's the thing. Like maybe people are serious, maybe people are joking. But here's the thing. If nobody has the truth or the facts, this is how stuff spreads, right? And not for nothing, but even if a person has 52 channels, okay? Just think about it. 52 channels. If they haven't done anything to you, who cares? So the drama over that petty is because the thing of it was is I felt like for me, Cinderella, that I have been very, very fun and very kind and very supportive and very chatty and and um what's the word? Not I don't know if the right word is contributing, right? Contributing to the conversation or to anything, but it made me feel good. So for me, the initial was why me? What did I do? That's all. Keith, don't drink the Kool-Aid. How do you know I talked to Ellie on the phone? Oh shit. What am I missing? The drama is because of ignorance and putting it on a live stream. Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I mean, I hope you understand from the beginning of the stream till now the reason why I wanted to do this. Again, it was for me, but it's also for Ellie because I just know for a fact in life when somebody is accused of something that, especially when it's not true or being talked about like shit. I mean, has that ever happened to you? Where either, whether it was to your face or behind your back, and then you found out that somebody said, like, you don't deserve it, right? I mean, and then somebody tells you and they say, "I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to let you know." eh, You know, don't be ashamed. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cinderella. No, I didn't take it like that, but thank you for explaining it, I appreciate that. Because if I hadn't, I would have been like, "Huh?" So thank you. This is the first time the viewers are treated badly too. Yeah. See, here's the thing. It's common sense, right? No matter how long you've been on or watched YouTube. Think of it like this, right? If I'm sitting here, like that candy person that was in here, what the hell's their name? Let me scroll up to see the schmuck. Schmuck. Our little Z's branch. Oh, how could I forget the candy branches? That's what it was. Z's branch. Aw. Right? If I didn't have somebody like Z's branch in here, right? Even for a troll comment or, just some comment, right? Then then I am just talking to myself. That might be the thought in my brain, like, what are you yapping about? If without the viewers, without you guys, there would be nobody. Uh-oh. People talk about Cinderella. People talk about me all the time, but not in chats like you and Ellie. Well, you know, like I said, Cinderella, Nobody deserves to be treated like shit, and that's another thing that bothers me about the protesters. That they're all about the nicey nicey, right? But for a long time, I haven't been seeing that. They all did the same thing. Oh, let's be nice and, don't do this and do that and, the all the nice fun stuff until it wasn't. All the shit that broke loose, not my opinion, my fact. Because don't forget, watching, being a viewer, all this stuff. And you know, and then all of a sudden all hell broke loose and people were just it was like I said in my one last live that I did, Scientology has got their popcorn. All right, what's going on with you guys? Uh-oh. Okay. Uh do me a favor, guys. The two of you, the people in my chat, I apologize. I'm taking a moment to read something. I am sorry. Yeah. Drifter Shelley, absolutely. All right, so let me ask you kindly. You guys are being civil, and I appreciate that. Um, if you guys know each other and you can keep it cool in here because you're both here, then feel free to do so. If it's gonna get on another note, please don't. That's all I ask nicely. If you guys want to share each other's information and talk it out. Thank you, Drifter Shelley. No, no, don't apologize. I don't want to be that hypocrite, right? And I'm not. I'm not going to be that hypocrite. If you guys can talk, and it's my channel, right? So as long as it's cool and it's civil, I appreciate the apology and I accept it, and you know, it's fine. Just like I said, just keep it just keep it cool. All right? That's fine. And you know what? See guys, so see this is how it's run, right? I'm a small channel. We're having fun, we're chilling, and people have discussions, so to speak, you know. Um and as long as it's cool, that's it. Now, if it crosses that and it doesn't stop, then stuff will. And I'm not saying these two here. I'm just saying in general. If we were to cross the line, then and it wasn't respected and be done with. But I'm fine with this as long as it's cool. That's all I care about. Yeah, I know. But like I said, so with you guys in the chat here with me, all I say is this. If there's ever something you want to talk about, my email's on my page. You can email me. I'm pretty good with email. I'm far from perfect. Okay, Keith, that's fine. I if you would like to at least let me know why. I mean, just because that's how you feel, I mean, that's no reason to take it out on me. I mean, you're here for me or you're here for the chat? let me know. Because when you're here, and I'm happy that you are, then, it's nice of you to subscribe, like, and stay and chat. But if you choose not to, I think, I think it would be nice to know why, to understand where you're coming from. I mean, like I said, are you here for just me or just the chat or both? How did I have no idea. I Keith, I'm not going to lie. I don't know that. I don't know that. As a matter of fact, I think that's another reason why I'm getting trolled about Ellie, because of my channel. Like, I'm not like a 20-year-old channel. I don't know. But it's ironic how many people before me and after me, especially after me, that their channel has grown, like, in a matter of seconds, has like 5 times more the subscribers than I do, and I get called Ellie. So I'm not gonna sit there and give you false information. I don't know. So, sorry about that. Well, the same goes for you, Kool-Aid, okay? Both of you. I really would like it if you stay. I mean, if it's fine, it all comes out, whatever you guys are talking about, but, there's no reason to leave, but if that's the way you feel, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I mean, I can't say anything further. So, anyway, let's see what else is going on. Okay, so I wanted to do I wanted to do a live in Saturday morning, but something took place, so I couldn't do it. Um, so and because something went on with my not per se my schedule, but something happened. It went, and my schedule got changed. But anyway, I shouldn't say schedule. Let me try again. What I had planned, what I wanted to do for Saturday morning, uh, didn't get didn't it just didn't happen. So I would like to see if I could do that. It is now in America. It is Sunday at July 28th at 2:37 a.m. So what I'm gonna do is, if I'm up early enough tomorrow, I mean, not super early because I'm not crazy, but if I'm up early enough, I'm gonna try to do a live tomorrow. One way or another, in the morning or later on, I'll do a live. Um, okay, let me just read this here. Okay, Drifter Shelley, I'm reading. That's Yeah. I mean, and it it was all of them. I mean, there's even another content creator that has said um that too. And Keith, I'm reading yours. Okay. Well, Drifter Shelley, there was already an apology. So, like I said, like, you know, I have you guys here, and that's it. Okay. So here's what I would like to ask of the two of you. Okay. Do me a favor, if you would be so kind. Um, if you guys both know each other, say something now and then email each other and talk about it, because it doesn't seem like you guys are. Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't like fake people either, but here's the thing. Now it's starting to get a little bit too much. So you are both, please stay, okay? And talk about the rest of that stuff later. I don't I don't know what else to tell you. Okay? So please, you guys be cool, all right? Cuz I'm so happy. Um me too. Me too. Okay. Keith, me too. But here's the thing. I'm a new channel. I don't know everybody under the sun. I don't know everybody under the sun. See, so Drifter Shelley says the same thing. But the thing of it is this is what I don't want, but it seems like you both know something and you both don't know something. But here's what I was talking about. The content creator taking control of their channel and their chat. I'm new. I'm already going through some stuff for my own personal life, okay? And I'm trying to do what makes me happy. And I have been doing this a lot longer before I started my own YouTube channel. I've been doing this a lot longer than a lot of other people. That doesn't make me better. That just makes me more educated and smarter in the fact that I know how to handle myself. And when I might have a situation, then I take care of it. Okay? So please do me a favor. I'm going to ask you two to please stay and let's change the subject. Okay? Please. That's all. I don't think it's asking too much. Okay? Because if I ignore it, then I'm just as bad as what I was talking about, right? And then if I blow my stack, then I'm just going to be like some other people, right? And I don't want to be anybody but me. Okay, Keith, that's the last one. I just asked nicely, okay? So that will be the last one. Now, would you like to stay and be cool? I'm gonna ask. Keith, do you want to stay? Are you gonna be cool, or do you not comprehend what I've nicely asked? That's it. Just let me know. The choice is yours. Drifter Shelley. Holy shit. I will be in Buffalo soon. Okay, good. So we're changing the topic. Or changing the subject. Great. Okay, cool. Well, Keith, if you're going to Buffalo soon, are you familiar with Clearwater Chad? He lives up that way. He has some great spots to chill out and hang out. I don't know if you're down for like waterfalls and stuff, but I think he knows a lot of great restaurants. He knows all the parks and the waterfalls, and what you call it? What's the other? And not for nothing, but a couple of times he went to the falls. He didn't. I don't think he went on the Canada side, but he was at Niagara Falls on the American side. And if any of you ever have you ever heard of Nasty Nathaniel? He's a trip. He's been protesting Scientology for a long time too. And he did a video of him. him trying to cross the Canadian border. It was a trip. I was like, "Is this really happening?" Oh yeah, you can protest, Keith. I'm sure everybody does their own thing, but I'm just saying, if you go to Clearwater Chad's channel and maybe email him, I'm not necessarily saying hook up to protest together. I'm saying maybe grab a bite to eat and just introduce yourselves to each other. Oh, very nice. 2008. Okay. I've been, let's see, since 1984, 1985. Oh, yeah, it's Cinderella. He's pretty cool. He really is. He he actually, I can't remember. It was an Asian country, I believe, that he even protested Scientology. Like he found like one of those shell companies, or those undercover places. Yeah. Yeah. Chinology. Yeah. That I mean, I can't imagine going to another country like that. But it was cool. It was really cool to see. Like, I mean, look at all the protesters now. They're, all over. As a matter of fact, um, I had said in my last live that what I'm going to be doing is this. From now on, unless if there's one person, then I'll put that one person's name. But if there's more than one person, what I want to do is give my chat a choice. But what that means is I'm going to put the sptv.space in the comment section in the chat, right? And then that way, if you guys, because everybody has their own work sleeping schedule or whatever they do. So I'll put it in the chat. And then when we end here, then you can click on that and then go view who's live. Or then again, if nobody is live, maybe you haven't had a chance to look at it. Maybe somebody new, one of the new streamers has been added, um, which is pretty cool. You never know who's going to pop up. Let me see here real quick. Okay. I'm pulling it up now. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, do me a favor before anything else. Did I miss anything? If Yeah, that's a good I understand that. That's a very good point, and yet I understand it, Keith. Keith says, if someone comes with me, I feel responsible for their safety. I can take care of myself. I do protest Philly by myself. Yes, Keith, I have watched your lives, and I get it. And it's a very valid point. I try to bring that up with a lot of the protesters, you know? And Cinderella, yes. Keith, thank you for hanging all these years. See, the support here, Keith, that makes total sense. Yeah. That is a long time to protest, Keith. And, all of you are so wonderful in your own ways. Nobody's but everybody to me, I appreciate, whether it's this way or boots to the ground or whatever your deal is, however you make it. But it really does make sense. I tell the protesters all the time, your safety comes first. The one thing I can say is that with all this crap, if God forbid, something happens with somebody, they you will see the majority of people come together. It's just sad for me. Okay, Keith, thank you. You Wait, please explain on you did it on my channel? Just so I understand. It's just a shame that yeah, there we go. I get it. I just think it's a damn shame that it has. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you for saying, and thank you for telling me, because some people would not do that, so I appreciate it. Thank you for that. That's cool. That's all I gotta know. Okay. So, what I was gonna say is, really quick, is that, it's just a damn shame that with all the mess that it has to take something bad for people to come back together. But all right. So, everybody, on that note, I want to thank you again for being here. One, two, three, four, five. Let me just refresh the page and make sure. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. So, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. So, let's see. Okay. For those again, if you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe. If you would like to donate, it's here. Uh, the links are also in the description, I believe, as well as in my homepage. So I'm also going to put this here. Thank you, Drifter Shelley. I appreciate it. It was a great discussion because you guys were here. So here is the link to sptv.space. That is where you'll find all the different listings. It's like a TV guide for the Scientology protesters and creators and supporters, and everything is in that. Cinderella, great chat. You made me laugh out loud. I don't do that often. Thank you. And let's do it one more time for Candy. Oh. With the Z branches. Oh. If that person or that Cinderella, if that person was like a little meaner, I'd be like, warriors, come out and play. Oh, yes, we can keep them for a little while longer, as long as you know. All right, guys. With that being said, I thank you all much. Stay blessed and have a wonderful night and evening. And remember, if you can't be good at it. Take care.